From someone we rise, why aren't we to shine? Bringing light, holding truth, we the fight for time. 4 years strong, we stand proud for the people we voice, we love. But in the offices, corruption they grow. Presidents and first ladies, secrets we know. Fatima Bio, in the call. Money to move, but no truth at all. Speaker Bundu, allegations they fly. Clerk of Parliament, caught in the lie. But we are no go tongue blind. We go stand for the truth, no matter the grind. 4 years of light, we shine bright. We are not the truth, we hold the fight. For the people we go always strive. But corruption they hide, no they thrive. The opposition weak and confused. Them voices divided, the people abused. No unity, no strength to stand. Them always fail the people's demand. Civil society wants a strong voice. Now them biased, sway with power's choice. No more truth, all for sure. We are go fight, we still the glow. The presidential guards them stand so tall. But human rights, you know the call. Them beat the weak, silence the truth. We are no go rest, we go.
Right, good morning and welcome to a program where we call KOL RES, guys, and we are on YouTube and on Facebook so we can discuss issue them with the front page of the different newspaper in the Polnado for the morning. After we can all look at waiting there at the front page of the different newspaper, then we can come back, bring people inside where they can help we follow and discuss the different issues them. Okay, so I want to tell you first, this is my special gift, my special design where it comes from Leone Daddy. Leone Daddy, good morning. And thank you very much, and I like it, I love it. I did down for her. Thank you very much. Okay, so we not waste any more time. Let's just make provision quickly for let we guests them come inside the program, you know, and can join we whilst they watch the paper them quick one this morning. And we go with the first paper inside the program this morning with now the Voice of Salone newspaper. Let me just see quickly some seconds. Yes, it's okay, all good. Okay, the Voice of Salone newspaper, the first one this morning. The Agios Bassetters registered in St. Kitts and Nevis. The question is, Agio Bassetta registered in St. Kitts and Nevis, and you get newly elected SLPP deputy chairman. Impresses gratitude to First Lady Fatima Bio. And U.S. Embassy clarifies MCC funding mechanism for Sierra Leone. Adi Macaulay receives warm welcome in Connaught as he joins Muslims for Juma prayers. And flooding risk imminent. FCC mayor calls for collaboration. SLPP's new national executive falls short of 30% women's quota. We go to the next one inside the program this morning. We now the Calabash newspaper say Honorable Cheri Koko receives Lifetime Achievement Award for Advocacy and Democratic Leadership at 14th National Delegate Conference. Jimmy Patino Songa clinches SLPP national chairmanship in landslide victory. Honorable Alpha Ben urged paramount chiefs to support establishment of National ID Card Center at chiefdom and sectional level. Minister Salim Ba, access to internet should be a basic human right in Sierra Leone tech vision. And you as well get IOM and EPA conduct validation workshop to tackle coastal community vulnerabilities in Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone's urban transformation new book highlights decade of community-driven research. We go to the next one this morning when the Apex newspaper say Basi Kamara for APC flag. Integrity and agriculture, key themes, statistics, Sierra Leone and the MOICE, all the publicity and strategy workshop on 2026 census. You as well get a revenue shortfall threatens 2025 budget goals, and NCPC demonstrates zero tolerance for expired goods. The next one, now the Daybreak newspaper say the empire take over SLPP. You get different people and where they all belongs to the same team. We don't take the leadership of the SLPP and turning waste into treasure. We go to the next one. The City Hunter newspaper say NCPC eliminates expired goods for consumer safety concerns, and even Mayor Aki Sawyer urged climate financing for Global South cities, and JFK highlights World Bank alarm over digital and financial divide. SLRSA implement new regulations and services to enhance road safety. The next say ahead of 2028 elections, SLPP prepares for opposition with a vibrant executive. The next one, now the Independent Observer newspaper, Mr. President, can we talk part 211? SLPP Delegate Conference, Unity Without Balance. And new SLPP Deputy National Chairman shows gratitude to First Lady. Others, and Sierra Leone passport breaks barriers. Corruption bleeds revenue collection, blocks development. Okay. We go to the next one. We're in the Eagles newspaper. NACIT hosts seminar for legal practitioners to promote voluntary pension enrollment. And you as well get Professor Sankor gives back to Warima with public library and bookshop for Sierra Leonean writers series. We go to the next paper inside the program this morning, but in the meantime, you know, watch, not forget for like and share the program. This is a program where na KOL RES right on we at na YouTube and on Facebook. Continue for the way to inside the program. We get more paper them where we go bring come to you, and we as well get one of the guests we already ready for we inside the program this morning. But before we come to that, let me continue with the rest of the paper. We go to the next one this morning where now the Care Times newspaper say Auditor General meets EU Ambassador to strengthen ties. National Tourist Board hosts stakeholders dialogue on beach waste management. And you as well get NACIT Bar Association collaborates to secure pension and benefits for lawyers. You get Freetown City Council to launch a major CBD regeneration and beautification projects. 3 digital platforms launched to formalize informal business in Sierra Leone. We go to the next one, we're in the Standard Times newspaper. You have been my shield. Robert Conima shows gratitude to First Lady, others, and EcoBank. Okay. We go to the next paper inside the program. We now the Freetown Daily newspaper say UBA Group champion, chairman champion private sector led development. Adi Macaulay receives warm welcome in Kono and other story for inside this edition of the Freetown Daily. And the Unity newspaper say winners and losers must embrace each other and unite for 2028. IEMOC conduct most credible election ever in SLPP, in the SLPP, and election are over. We are all winners. Yeah, time for peace, unity, and reconciliation. And you as well get access to internet should be a basic human right. We go to the next paper inside the program this morning, where now the Salon Times newspaper say Chairman Batilo Songa promised to unite SLPP. 225 keeps us going. Tramadol abuse amongst youth raise national alarm. And you get ECOWAS Court of Justice, President and delegation pay a courtesy call on the Human Rights Commission of Sierra Leone. The next one, now the Reformer newspaper, Honorable Cherry Coco, he is power. And you get SLPP elects new leaders, bill set the site on 2028. SLPP supplementary budget may harm pensioners, says opposition. Fuel pricing boost NPRA revenue by 104.1 million new leons. And you as well get opposition slams government over GST evasion budget. And you get sharp rise in chief minister budget spark debate. We go to the next one, where now the Guardian Post newspaper will say Kindoya, all right, Ibrahim Bangura, APC best option for State House. And you as well get school feeding program may be suspended. Police arrest 9 suspects linked to armed robberies and theft in Bo City. MCC compacts in Sierra Leone aid or algorithm of control. And you cannot break bread with the butcher of your flock. Fake money commotion. The other paper inside the program, now the Source newspaper. The Source newspaper say on the interoperability framework of PMF system roadmap, finance and stakeholders engagement. And you as well get ECSL gets new acting chief electoral commissioner, betrayal of public trust. As the tenure of the electoral commissioner come to an end, our wounds remain open. SDG reviews help bring youth communities into policy making process. And you get other story for inside this edition of the Source newspaper. The C for the media. A Marcos Super Cup 2025 kicks off in grand style, and millions lost as government vehicles and assets disappear without trace. And motorbike rider remanded on alleged manslaughter charge. Sierra Leonean women facing climate change, and Kabbalah women held for fatal stabbing in domestic clash. The Future newspaper, APC versus SLPP, and Salon debt reaches 67.7 billion new leons. Mayor Akisoya, Liberia. Government losses billions, and Inter-Minister welcome / executive. Information Minister welcome / executive. Batilo on new blueprint. And we go to the next one, when the Success newspaper, Adi Macaulay receives warm welcome in Kono as he joins Muslim for Juma prayers, and Mayor Yvonne Akisoya delivers keynote address and joins Mayor Robert Bestman II to launch the Pennisville City Climate Action Plan. And you as well get other story for inside this edition of the Success newspaper. The Congo Times newspaper, Leon Rock rejects NACIT charges, cite legal exemption under mining lease. And Auditor General meets EU ambassador to strengthen ties. You get newly elected SLPP Deputy National Chairman shows gratitude to First Lady, others. We go to the next paper inside the program. Okay, now all that we get inside the program this morning. They go straight to we guess them. We do ready for we inside the program this morning for that we come and discuss different issues them we don't hear from the different newspaper them. We're not waste any more time. Let we just start from how they come. Today I see them how they come, so I know we'll guess at all how they come inside the program this morning. I'll start with the very first one we've been there with you inside the program, and sorry, I'll start with the first one we're there with you inside the program. We're now Indolo, good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, and Fambul viewers, good morning.
Thank you for joining inside the program, like always.
Most welcome.
All right, we as well get Ibrahim Soy, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to all viewers and listeners. Thank you for having me.
All right, myself, thank you for joining inside the program this morning. And but let's start with this one, because I think we can get some things that we can come up with. Can look flashy at times. Indolo, what's the biggest issue that happened inside Sierra Leone from the last time we joined? We worth discussing, in your opinion?
Hello.
Yes, did you get me?
Did you get me?
Yes, I get you. Did you get me? Indolo, did you get me?
Did you get me?
Yes, I can see the network, the fight with you. Yes, I get you. You get me?
Yeah, they get you.
You get me now?
Yeah, they get you now.
Okay. So I ask a question. I say, from the last time you come now, I say to this term, what's the issue actually? All right. I just don't notice say my internet now self then they tell me say it unstable. So at some point, not to if problem they not on your own problem. But when they get me right.
Yeah, will they get you?
All right. So I they ask, what's now the issue, the biggest issue to you, in your opinion, what don't happen inside Sierra Leone, where you feel say it worth discussing?
Well, we get a lot of issues, but I will just take one. We get for deal with the transport sector.
Okay.
We get for deal with the worker fine.
Okay.
Boss, we feel say the World Bank and government they come together for make them sponsor that particular program, and World Bank did a grant, while the Sierra Leone government, according to Mio research, World Bank come up with something like $50 million. The government of Sierra Leone come in with something like $2 million, according to my own research. We don't start for see that particular project as a white elephant. It don't disturb a lot of citizens. Yes, it's good. The initiative was good. Where they bring them so that we're able to tackle within the transportation issue in the country. But this don't come now where it don't be say this now a lot of problem, and we meant for understand say now a private sector own some of them vehicles they are own in the sense they get a grant, and when they buy them vehicle they hand over to the private sector. One will be start for ask a very big question, say how the procurement go, which type of vehicle the way they procure, because now some of the vehicles they don't damage, spare parts no day. Pass then get for order from the for spare parts from the one them we supply the vehicle. And we start for ask question. How the procurement itself, how they start them, then come with them public, people then procure for them, order then win the bid. So up to this time we not get any explanation on that. Then some of the question where the people they ask, what are we raising out of this worker fine? Then why we stop other vehicle, other motorcycle and all other things for ply the Wilkinson Road, where it be for say, now private institution they run the worker fine bus. Even when we be get the government owned, when 100% government owned buses will not be stop any other vehicle for make apply the Wilkinson Road. So that one they don't cause a lot of problem, more so in a raining season. Now, for example, if the worker fine bus don't load from bus station, in order for take anybody within the road until it reach Lumley. What about the people that way they halfway? Some people who want to come out from Lumley, from how they call it, from Moriton Junction to Lumley. Some people who want to come out from Moriton Junction to town. how they go able get vehicle? Because now they put that and then they go straight. They ban how they call them keke riders, not for go, not for apply the Wilkins Road. All that one then a problem. So now a burden on the people. Then secondly, we meant for understand say the price of the Waka fine bus we're supposed for come and solve the issue. Then your price very much high than the one we get for deal with the other private vehicles. Yeah. Then secondly, the issue of drug, it don't to hit in a way that when they see dead bodies them within Sierra Leone. Like for example, I come across a particular report, I think saying from Kono, wherein a young man laid on in Taiwan. They say now as of an intake of push were not good for we. Because when they try for see how them for able to combat this drug issue. But as then they try for combat them, when they see them, they come up. And we don't see a lot of names them, names they don't call. Now a particular report we don't come out. Whether one day also now a concern. So we still not try for see how they able to give a knee jack to the government. For many institutes an independent investigation. Whosoever where they find within that particular report, therefore bring them to book.
Okay,
And name
Indolo, let's just ask you this question if you get me. The issue of this drug business, you know, and the issue of the drug business, from the time when they set up this task force, please tell me if I'm wrong. But from the time when they set up this task force for looking to this cushion or that drug here, now that same day the drug business can kick find one now inside the country. You know, with several video evidence, several allegations against government officials, them no action will not ever again take against them people and they where you know evidence don't they point to.
my own brother, me can tell you this. Sometimes we get what we call waste of resources. We go form committees. We go come up with investigation panels. But for make them give you a tangible report at the end of the day, for make them bring people where don't commit the crime they have to book. Like for example, talking about the issue where happened, the cocaine saga from where happened at Guinea. Up to this time, we're not able to get a result. We're not able to get whether the former ambassador was really involved. We not get any fine, we not get anything absolutely waiting the public. Within 2 weeks, sometimes in Sierra Leone, I can say, I can always think about the Emerson in song, where say, from where they set the commission, from where they set some of them in there, they not ever catch mosquito because it's not a cockroach anymore. No, not ever catch mosquito. In fact, way before say for be one of the simplest thing them for catch. You know, it is difficult.
So what does this mean? What does this mean to the vice president in ward? Where actually say anybody where they catch pan drug business, you know, not even the judge go able for save them. You know, well, we will not take any action. The police not take any action. The line minister not take any action. The government, the president not say. And in fact, now in worst past all. The president, from where all of them things that they happen, from the time when the vice president talk, but when the cocaine issue begin come up serious one day, well, maybe I go wrong, every time I want for be safe. You don't ever see a tweet on the X, you know, or ever hear it talk in any of his statement them. Almost year don't cancel now. The rest of this year, you know, ever in his speech, you know, ever talk about this. For say this not to any serious thing to the president.
My own brother, Sierra Leone is one of the countries where before say the policy, when they talk about policy statements from we leaders in the old water, yeah, and I'm not afraid for say that time in, time out, people they give statements, people they give promises, people they talk, but for make we put them in actual context, for make we put them in reality. Those are some of the problems where they get. But sometimes when we say the fact, we say the truth, people go begin align you to a particular political party, which is very good for us because in the previous administration, when we talk against the previous administration, some people say these people are SLPP. When we talk about the current administration, some people go tell we say we are APC. So that one day is good for us as civil society, because that don't tell you, say, you are doing the right thing, you are saying the fact, you are, because it's heart rendering sometimes when a government official they give statement, then that particular statement just fall, it just fall at the drainages. Look at what happen in our country.
All right.
When rain
we go actually
when
come
rain
back to you later on.
don't turn a swimming pool.
Right.
But that one, when you talk up to this time, we're not able to fix some of them problem there. And when they talk about a country, we are in, then they declare, we say, we accept more drug. And we need for champion that particular issue. And ensure, say, when we they travel, men they know they check we at the queue as if we not people where they carry drug at all time. So this we get for take them serious. We get for we get for mount sober investigation. Men will not just they talk once, then what then they fall that deaf ears.
All right, continue for the week inside the program Indolo. Like come to Ibrahim Soy. Ibrahim Soy, this now waiting for Indolo very much paramount, very much important for the in discourse. So I ask you the backside of waiting a begin talk about the drug business. You get anything for add on to waiting a say, or you think say like the president, kind of very much important for we country right now?
You mean you talk specifically about the drugs issue?
Yes, the drug way Indolo they lay foundation on. Because I've been just to ask a question. Maybe now bias are to bias, for ask this kind of question like every other day. Say, but wait for say when this drug business they come up, the president he can normally tweet about things where they happen in other country. He can tweet about burying. First time if something happen inside the country, like Augustine, he tweets and he say lawlessness and he calls some people terrorists. Even in national speech, he makes statements about protest. Even for the coup data, he tweets about them. He make national address about that. For say this drug business is not important to the president because we not ever hear in address. Listen, in address for December, you not talk about drug. In address for April 27, you not talk about drug. And in Twitter, you not ever say anything about that one day. For say this now we just the propaganda, now we just they make some kind of wild allegation against the country. But for the president, nothing like that not exist.
Well, as you say, as you already mentioned, specific things that we brought also only foundations on issues about drugs and the effect where it gets on salon. I'm afraid to make which point of Usai drugs could be an issue for less salon so far immensely compared to international sanctions and restrictions. Because as it is now, they cannot come, international community don't presumed Salone for being a narco state. They cannot come out publicly and say Salone are a narco state, but actions the way they take don't deem for make, then tell we say they don't describe the country as a narco state, meaning narcotic activities that take place like the cocaine. Cocaine, drugs of course get a lot of telling effects on the economy, on the livelihood of the people, then now an avenue for terrorism, and now it can be a state-sponsored political ambition also when it comes to drugs. Of course, we don't see the effects now. We don't see issues of the UN, issues of UK. But before this thing they come to the limelight, like visa restrictions, and we don't face me, we don't know, say some of those things that are happening because massive rejection of visa applicants, people will apply for Schengen visa, they don't reject them massively before this time. This I tell you about early last year, they don't begin reject massively, So I believe say that now the communication means to the government for sure say, there is something fishy with international. So now until recently we can understand about a drug baron being housed in Sierra Leone, United Nations, EU and other EU states them or member states them also the request for this drug bill. And we only see inflows and outflows. Remember, Sierra Leoneans were arrested in India for drugs. Remember, a cocaine worth more than 240 million arrested in UK, where they describe, say, when they watch the lady, the transport lady, they find out in Watakina, we don't see issue of a Sierra Leone where they arrest Senegal for cocaine, coming from Sierra Leone. We don't see issues of, people where they arrest Malaysia for cocaine, Dubai, when I Sierra Leone and stuff. So to some extent, Salone don't be so seen or being tagged by international communities or other countries them as a narco state. And this is not good because now it depends on the economy. It seriously depends on the economy because and also with human capital development, it affect because mark you when somebody travel go outside of Salone, go try to make a better life, it capacitates itself. Sometimes some of them can come home. And most of them will leaders, they are what we call politicians. Some of them, as soon as they left this country, they go capacitate themselves. Some of them went on visiting visa, they go and seek asylum or they get paper, then land, they can now, some don't can become president, some don't become ministers, some don't become heads of political parties. So that is it. So that are human capital development, if people can get access for the travel and go. But however, let me come back again recently as we only talk about look at boats. We come, we police, they fail for tell the public about who owns the boat. If you don't describe the boat and say there is nothing of police interest, then why keeping the identities of the owners of the boat? Why creating a public perception about now we have not get them, now Ibrahim Soyi and get them, now Indolo and get them. You don't create that kind of confusion. At the end of the day, the police spokesperson say the stage of the investigation, they cannot disclose identity. Which stage of an investigation will you not disclose identity where you don't come and say there is nothing of police interest? So some of them deceptions there with the Apple, they really affect the livelihood and they really affect the strong governance and bilateral relationship we Salone get, because we expect communication morality for them. There has to be some.
What's not the problem with the Salone police? We make, they always not be fair to the public in terms of information. These boats will not ever disclose the identity of the people in. We not ever see pictures of the people in. We not ever they not ever tell who side the boat come out, who side the boat they go, how a man get Salone flag, nothing like that one day. The same thing goes to Just Lideckers, Bello Joes, Chubby Joes or Umar Sharif. Any of the police officers them when you ask, when they talk on behalf of the police, they make you palaver. The deputy, spokesman for the police, go on Liberty TV, he make goodness for them, he ban phone for them, because they ask her that question. The man for the information, where they talk for the police, himself go on the same Liberty. In fact, it just damu and say, that talk they, let's fine, let's go to other talk. The other day then tell we say, now the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, now the investigate that issue there, and the Ministry of Information and Foreign Affairs come and tell you say no, now the police. What is going on?
Well, the issues about the police is an issue of independence. The way the police handle matters recently seems not to be independent. And until we get an absolute independence of the police, then we will begin to get confidence in the police. But for now, there is serious decline of public trust on the police by public perception. Secondly, the police seems not to be transparent when it comes to investigation. One thing that this boat, let me take on this boat. Why going there to inspect, leaving out credible journalists and credible civil society to accompany you? Because these are the people where they bring the issues to the public. So you got to make sure, then they're part of the investigations, then go there and they're part of the inspections, then see. So, and people more trust the media and civil society than the police institution and politicians now. People more trust them. So there are times when doing some of these investigations, oh my God.
All right,
When doing
inside the program.
When doing some of this investigation, you need for come out. You need for come out, and you need for collaborate with credible and moral guarantors of our democracy, the media, the civil society, okay, and all other associations. Them way subsumely they're part of the moral guarantors. Them, you know,
Right.
but you don't care them go. You just go independently. You go, you gather your information, and then you come. You tell the people, are you already people in trust and belief? Then when you come, you just count partial details. You don't count full details. Who owns the boats? What is the registration number of the boats in Salone? The boats operate in Salone. What is the registration number? Let us go and check. Give we work. We, the human rights defenders, the advocates, the civil society activists, and the media, let we go check on these boats. You understand what I mean? Let we know say, now this, now this, now that. Secondly, you own the identities. What do you own the identities for? The boats are public boats. It's a business boat. If you say registered on that Sierra Leone, there is no need for you withhold the owners them. No, let us know who are the owners of them boats there. Maybe the owners there are people who previously be all linked to drugs business in Salone. So sometimes I make one hold on them names there. That's what you make the public think. Secondly, you make the public think say maybe the owners are not bribe the police, and you don't blame people for holding on this kind of opinion. Say the police have been bribed, because now they create room for that. You don't hold people's opinion about the police for saying the police not reliable. The police is like under a state captured. Why? Now because now they give people them their opinions there for me to hold on to. Right. Because if you come transparently and collaborate with moral guarantors, them people them where right mindful people where the public get trust on. I mean, their opinions they already be. Now before people go now police will go make complaints about them case, they come to the media. Because they look trust the media, say they get justice so fast and so quickly that the media pass anything.
All right, continue for the
So yes, so and we some of we know like drugs business. I have been facing a serious embarrassment traveling with Sierra Leone passport. Imagine and then I go Colombia. Colombia, everybody when you say the whole Colombia, they know the narco state. People they consider them.
And then now you come up now the upcoming narco state.
Fine. So exactly. So you see, so imagine I go Brussels, and they transit to Brussels. Then what show and when I see say that Colombia they go, then take me body pass and assure then go check me box them back. Me box they go check them back. Imagine I've been there before other people. They put me first in the line. At him up. When they don't done, they don't come. Now they tell now they process me, then I pass back. When they return back for Colombia, back for Canada countries. I'm facing the same thing. So what now what they mean? One, are they come out from a country where they dim for being a narco state? Then are they going to the grandpa state of narco? You understand? Mm-hmm. So it rings bell. Say, no, this man. So that is it. And imagine back, it reach a time of Usai, we passport that Salone, Salone passport becomes so embarrassing to international world.
But this is the hypocrisy what they see. We passport embarrassing, but when they see how then they grade we passport them. Anyway, but I ask you something again. Unfortunately for the program this morning, on all two civil society activists, na human rights activists, I don't go into several things then for what. But now let ask you, and I just want to briefly for answer to this question. A lot of time people they say we don't get civil society again, instead we get evil society. Reason being, let's just give two examples. One in the past, one in the recent past. There was a time when a civil society, go in a state house, make a statement, and go for very important discussion. Instead of them discuss the thing, all we take ask for, now we civil society self, we need for give portfolio, let us have the part of the cabinet or other things them. So that brings discussion, say, for say the civil society, they only do this for let them recognize them and give them political appointment. That is the one we been come up. I'm pretty sure we're not aware of that. And secondly, now so and we don't interview CSO Mambo. We say in the accredited, the only accredited United Nations, CSO for Sierra Leone. Where it then now we had it talk about the government, we don't ask them several times say, you what it happen when make all time like defend this government. For say you na SLPP, say no, you know to SLPP, in a service delivery, sell on service delivery, that is why. And in the work with the government. But recently, you know, it tell the whole world say it one day na SLPP for the past 10 years. But this not the way we always don't deny. So with that kind of things they are so, yeah, I'm not saying go tell us, okay, I just want 2 bad eggs. But this one, waiting at the trust where they go bring, who's respect where they go add to una your work as civil society. It don't make them very simple or it make them very more difficult. I'll start with you, Indolo. Just quick one, 3 minutes.
Make a come in a bit. Let me just say this. Civil society, we get different type of civil society all over the world.
Okay.
You get civil society, we definitely get your way of doing things. Like for example, me and my brother, where they talk now, make us say, na me own picking. Na me picking, because the picking way me born, na in namesake that one day. Abraham. So we don't work for far too long when it comes to civil society work in this country. We get different type of civil society. Me not ever go ask for job, and I go up and pray say, may God push some of we far from that. Yeah. Then get them all right. For me, then say, then they go into politics. The only thing sometimes we can question, nor can they as a civil society, whilst you get another ambition. If you're the camp civil society, you're not a human rights activist, they fool. The time when you decide for declare for a political party, we know now say, you don't left the civil society a podium. Yeah. But it's really, really unfortunate. And really unfortunate for me somebody say, if you done the civil society for how many years, whilst in be a politician already. It's unfortunate. But that one day, more we just say in any society, we get the good eggs, we get bad eggs. We get a civil society who are politically, who are politically formed. Then we get civil society where they talk about like we were there now. So every time you invite we talk on issue of importance. With a blast on issue. If you think we be for say a good for people for the people of Sierra Leone, we can compliment government efforts.
And maybe let's just add another one example. Me brother, always instead done the day as civil society, but now as we talk, the deputy chairman for SLPP. Robert Konde Makagbo.
Yeah, Robert Konde Makagbo from the time go, MB already declare himself.
Yeah, but he be always the denying back saying in a civil society, in a civil rights activist.
All known at this country say he been go as far as being the deputy secretary general for SLPP.
Yeah, he attempts to contest for the position where he not been get.
Contest for the position, but a loss.
Yes.
Then he still continue na Ion Park for sure say yes, I'm going full politics. And at one point in time, because we be done in the same consortium, a call on we say, gentlemen, I'm going into real politics. We say, okay, that's not your calling, not your problem. But as far as we are concerned, we still lay as civil society. From far too long, me they do me own business. Abraham sorry get a business where they do for making able upkeep himself. Me say get me own business what they do for able upkeep myself. So now nobody not able regulate we on waiting we for say when are the truth. From the time where you don't the host we now we had where they say things free and fair. You know why? Because we know there not any politician in pocket. For sure say, well, okay, they don't muscle them, they don't do this to them. No. Because we believe in one thing. If I'm going to declare tomorrow for a political party, I will come back to the yard and say, it's good for we, the civil society, take the aim of change because we don't put people there. Even as journalists, we get the right for say, okay, they don't fail we. Politicians, they don't fail we. So let's take the front seat instead of us being the back seat all the time with lambast. But it's not fine again. You they come out for be a civil society, whilst you get a political interest, then you still propagate for say I'm a civil rights activist. Yeah, it's good. They are young people, and then go on. The civil society still they go on. The only thing, let's be truthful to our people.
All right.
Yeah.
So I go actually holiday because we get one more last issue for talk about. Ibrahim, so what you want take on this? On the people I don't talk about and the example I don't bring up. How dare your work don't make una your work don't tally?
Well, firstly, me bother way to talk so as you say, and me daddy, I have to commend them for holding the fort up till now as an advocate for the people of Sierra Leone, and of course, it all lay the foundation about different types of civil society activists. And yes, of course, me, I can always talk say I am not only I am a certified human rights defender internationally. So it's something I went through, I studied, it's something I was certified for. So I can always tell people and say, I know the
So
road.
we're not going to see the twist tomorrow.
Huh?
We're not going to see the twist tomorrow. We can't notice
No, well,
I'm so in a politician in disguise.
No, being a human rights defender and a civil society activist does not necessarily mean you don't hold on to your views and opinions or association. But whenever you want for change your association or your profession, it has to be constructive and with due diligence. Yeah. Now, I cannot be talking as an activist today, then in 1 minute now they are changed now as a politician. I mean, this is not something where.
So in other words, like what will be the see, for example, from the CSO Mambo and the robot, you go to see don't say you're not civil rights activist, yeah, but at the same time, it's like you're not the mouthpiece of the government.
No, well, to me, honestly, in the first place, I want to congratulate them for them successful victory. They are friends of mine, but let me tell you one thing where me, that my way, so you know me, no say me, I'm not afraid for 10% true. And the manner, consider the timeline, consider the hope of discussions, when they transform from the civil society world to being a politician, to some extent, a very deceitful. You know, it's an embarrassment also. But one thing I can tell you is human relation, but Kondima is very good when it comes to human relation. Even CSO Mambu, they get very good human relation. But when it comes to the public, now you always they represent. It is not us as colleagues. It is about the public. What's the perception the public will get? If you want to go into politics, you for don't go dominance in the civil society world for up to 2-3 years. Let people not even hear you voice on civil society issues. Then you for don't make sure say you come out and say, I don't resign. I don't resign from the civil society world. I'm now going into active politics. Tender an apology again to the people and tender your resignation. Let the record say you don't do official resignation. Okay? Then from there now, it behoves now the public for say, okay, this man, you don't tell me say no to civil society again. So they're not going to see again, go to flip-flop. At some time, you're not a politician. At some time, you're not CSO. At some time, you're not a politician. At some time, you're not CSO. Then at the latter part now, they see say you actively go into politics. I mean, that is deceit. It's a betrayal of public
like my brother Joseph Sano.
It's a betrayal of public trust. Well, Joseph Sano, at some point in time, he come out.
Yeah,
he resigned. He said, in they go now into
politics.
Fine. So, no, that was the right thing we do. You they come and say you go into politics, then you go there fully. But in your problem we get now that not consistent, where they undermine integrity and moral status in a society. Because you cannot come against you want to be a politician and then you go join blogging association. So where are you now? Who say you are? Because being a blogger and you being a politician, I don't understand. I don't know if you're a political blogger or not a moral blogger.
Well, I think you can get political journalists as well, so maybe.
Well, so, but today the man will come out it. And me and I will see something blogging page it today. Where so the man will blog. Today
All
I
right,
blogging.
continue for the inside the program.
But however, let's just finalize this one. But however, being an activist, it takes the utmost reputation and credibility. Of course, we all get with differences. Me and Indolo, we don't do what you call industrial advocacy in a salon, where a lot of civil society activists they don't do them. And they bet me like say, me and that man the Indolo, now we don't do the highest industrial advocacy. What's that what I mean? Now we don't own institutions and companies that are salon on labor issues and industrial activities where you know they pay you staff well or you know they pay nice it for them. We they go after you. We don't do them. A lot of companies that are salon and no we for Randy. You understand? So we get the records. Imagine industrial advocacy. So man, in your advocacy probably is all about broad governance. But we segment them. We go into industrial advocacy. We hold employers them accountable of their employment terms them. We make some employees in a certain companies them. They increase their salary. We make sure that the condition of services them they come in place well. How many advocates people how many human rights defenders or activists they don't do on a salon? I don't know, but me I not see me go we actively into
because
that.
most of the advocates them already see now for let them recognize them and then they find way how they will survive. But anyway, to come back, let's touch on this last issue because don't get better time now we favor you again. Let's talk on the title of the program this morning, and it come out from the C4D media. The C4D media, and I will actually give you a basic background to that. It says millions lost as government vehicle and assets disappear without trace. The latest 2023 audit service Sierra Leone report lays bare a scandal that is alarming and shocking, costly and deeply demoralizing as hundreds of government vehicles, motorcycles, and vital office equipment, all procured with taxpayers' money, have simply vanished without a trace from brand new 4x4 SUVs to ambulances, motorcycles, and vital office equipment. So this nothing where we don't see. It's either them buy things them or them put money for things them we not able to see them things and they or it's either at the end of the year after they don't buy some things them at the end of the year they just lost and then they buy other one them or sometimes you just get some funny things them. Look to the extent that even State House suffers something like this where that fire away according to and Fire Force saying that because of substandard, because of the kind of connection where they get in a status, make the status burn. So with this kind of thing what they talk about, so vehicle, big mutual under the loss, nobody not forget and talk about them. Office equipment, them, the loss. What does this mean for we governance and transparency, accountability? Anybody can go first.
Just like Peter be done they say. This country, the chief minister been talk one talk, but people been the see him in another wrong perspective. Where he say even if na Christ candle, if we with mentality not change, there is nothing where we go able to do. Yeah, I just give you an insight of the Waka Fine project. The terminal supposed for then the terminal where they supposed for where they don't do na normally supposed for something like 5,000 vehicles. Yeah, if you go down at that place, you're not even able to take 200 vehicles. You're not even able to take 300 vehicles, but no one is asking any question. So sometimes we start to ask ourselves, do we really have standard bureau? If we were to talk about standard, because you talk about the issue of State House where they say now goods the way not get standard. Now substandard things them cause the fire. Yeah. So if that's the case, what do we want for see? We want for CC, them vehicle they all done missing. There is a record. We don't see that this country, just like what they say, like the worker fine boss, one be there, where we get serious damage where they're supposed for replace. And up to this day, they not tell we when they replace them, whether they replace them. We don't see vehicles, then ground vehicle in this country by doing one or two things, allegedly, like for example, government vehicle, a new brand vehicle. Some people will tell you, say, where you want for make you get a vehicle where they last for long. Just buy dog face when a Toyota Land Cruiser. Waiting can happen. If your Toyota Land Cruiser engine don't begin get problem, just go to the ministries. Then go transfer one then your engine to your engine when a new engine. So at the end of the day, the vehicle then go back as carcass. So there are a lot of things.
So what you try for Terry say, if me get me mutuka now, engine well, as long as
yes,
it's the same brand name na government and I go just go meet and transfer for me. My own vehicle they run the government you go back.
Yes, that they happen. You they go to garage within 2-3 hours. They don't change them. They then can't pack that your old engine. At the end of the day, at the detriment of the people, at the detriment of Sierra Leone. My brother, it's heart rendering. When we as Sierra Leoneans, yes, we can blame government and we're supposed to blame government. Because we voted for government because we want to make them change the trajectory of this big country. We want to see a change, a positive change. Now, it make people they vote in, government out. But again, for come to a time where we go get what we call the voting appetite. In a way that people no will go on the street of Freetown for vote for any politician. Because sometimes they are deceitful, then they deceive the people of this country. Because reason being, my brother, for make with you lost huge amounts of money. Now we take a look at of what happened at the NRA sector. Of how many money where we go to we call flyovers. That one they happen. Now the investigation they go on. But I will tell you, say as we are going along, that particular in a way that we not go get any good information out of them. Because Sierra Leone get one mentality. Investigation just they go for 1 or 2 weeks. Within that period, you will see the hits. But as we they go to 3 weeks, when they go to the 4th week, what thing they happen? And they die a natural death. Now, it make we as civil society, when some of them think they actually don't die out, we they go back and wake up. Now we investigate LEONE on my treatment of staff them. Just like what my brother they say. That is our own utmost responsibility. For make we go to an institution, we see how they my treat with brothers and sisters, which is not good. And we they look at the substandard, my brother, the collapse of lot of buildings in this country. Up to this time, we not come out with a tangible report why buildings then they collapse. Right. Whether not the iron rod, whether not the substandard, cement, whether the ingredients, if I can say so, or the things that they're supposed to apply to some of
video evidence where somebody they give for them building house for build pillar where supposed to get iron rod and serious concrete. The man carry push and so with empty hand. One iron rod not day, one better cement not day. So that they don't fix volume. We don't tell you exactly how then the bill we host now.
Yes, I can come to that, my brother. You don't still see host them where it be for sale, then get cement, then get iron rod, but then they collapse. Why they supposed for the collapse? That was I can tell you same. Make you always tell people, you not go take Minamon for go buy Kuta. If you want a very good home, a very good house, give to a better engineer. Like for example, I get a brother where they call Daniel Jose. He get AMA engineering. I don't see a lot of times when I the monitor. If you go to a building where they don't get him, then that particular messing away give the job and not do the right thing, and they tell us, say, broke from here, take condom, and are you the responsible? Because I will tell you waiting for do exactly. So we supposed to get engineers then at the country, wherein the engineers there, if you then go, they're not satisfied with a particular building, you bring them down. But some of them think they are monitoring. In all then at this country. Now you make I say the Standard Bureau at this point in time, therefore don't close them. The consumer protection, because people they consume things then at this country, we're not standardized. Yeah? There are a lot of issues. Like for example, missing of funds. We investigate halfway. Then at the end of the day, we just forget about them. At the detriment of the ordinary Sierra Leonean. Why Sierra Leoneans then they go bed hungry? Why and things then they go high, you know. But when one person take this responsibility, you go begin see government officials, they hate you on that one day. When you say the right thing, when you go to some certain places, they don't want to see you anymore. One issue, like for example, my brother say about a very good thing. If you would go investigate as police officer, bring civil society, bring the media, let's collaborate, let we do an open investigation. But we don't see vessels are being investigated at this country. Parents say we not see nothing. We don't see containers. They're all wild container. When we go to rotting chicken, we see. But at the end of the day, from the starting, lots of the chicken there. We don't see a lot of things that happen at this country, don't unfold without any better report. So it's high time for we will be involved in some of them processes there. Yeah? If we want to see things transparent, because we are ready to work with them and we have no fear in anybody. The only people the way we they fear, the person where we they fear, I know we call them person. Now God we they fear, but we get respect for mankind. So if it's government want for say we succeed in anything where we they do, we want to see full involvement of civil society, full involvement of media practitioners. We not say make them begin appoint them as political heads. But better give it a level playground when it comes to investigation. But you go come on here, you go to the police. You ask, say, this investigation, how far I don't go? They say in a police matter. We not done nothing yet about them. In a secret, they say people that don't come. Then come with a vessel. The public, their own perception say, na drug they inside the vehicle. For sure, na drug they inside the vessel. For sure, say not to drug they inside the vessel. Una left we know we go inside, now we go see. Una left we now we go inside, now we go see. But if you not allow we for go inside, now we go see, then you just come with one leaflet and say, we not find anything wanting. Where the public not able to see, not to own ourselves. So that one day will send a very bad signal to the police. And the police get for be an open police. They say, na service now. Then get for be open. We then get for begin allow what we call a police partnership board for operate fully. We are in civil society good day, media good day, other stakeholders then good day. Then anything where we supposed for do, now we do it openly. Now we not do just to come out. You say this report come out with now this. Mind you, me go tell you say my brother me on picking that somebody when it's come for make we work they work. Highly intelligent, and we don't do a lot of things. At one point, he said the only way maybe they take net space go na court, in be the consultants. But that one they not get any between their brother and making this one next wall, and me your brother this one next wall, and as somebody between me and you, what get love for? No matter the circumstances, I get that love. I get parts of me your heart. I tell me your heart when it comes to them, not supposed to what they play with. But when it comes to seriousness in terms of any job and investigation, I always count on them. Because now somebody will believe in fairness, now somebody will very open, now somebody will very friendly. And we get for continue, for talk for the people of this country. Right. Because if we all set not, definitely the people will suffer.
At the end of the day. Thank you very much, Indulu. Right.
We need for, as partners, we need for ensure say the trust where the people put on we. Now we continue for uphold them. Even if other people, and more so, I know we left this podium if I not say congratulations to Moses Mambu, to the rest of the mankind, we go on that election. Because we see and say, no fetch not happen there. And we want for other political party emulate the same pattern. Now we forget about this fetchness.
Yes.
And the way don't we? May they try for extend an olive branch. Even within the start election as well. We want to congratulate Babadia and his team and we want to ensure say they extend olive branch on them so that they all go work as a team for the betterment of Sierra Leone.
Thank you very much, Indolo. I'll come over to you, Ibrahim Soy. What are you on take? A lot of money done the loss, government assets, government vehicle, and other things them the loss. You know, nobody know they for tell me how they lost. What do you think?
Yeah, thank you. One thing where I will make very clear, wake me past sleep any minute, any hour we talk about. There is serious transparency crisis in this country. Serious accountability crisis in this country. And there is entrenched corruption within this very system. And when there is entrenched corruption, it is when you look at the selective fight against corruption. And the fight against corruption not for be very selective. And the approach for be seen very unique, very fair, transparent, so we were able to achieve the accountability and eradicate the very corruption where the cancer towards we economic system. Yes, of course, misappropriations everywhere. Up to now, we are still waiting for the more than $30 million Tomabum project money. We are still waiting for a bag of rice. And up to now, we have not got a unique and a transparent information about the missing bags of rice, whether it comes for the feed salon or the school feeding program, you know, of which higher authorities were implicated, like the former Minister of Education, like the First Lady, like people in the President's office. You know, up to now, we have not got something which is very, very unique. Also, we are still yet to understand what is the operational system at the NRA, of which we get frequent tiff of NRA money, understand, and even within the banks, you know. But yet we see just few people with the CC then the fight, and nobody no go talk say, you know, get an idea of how we fight against corruption. Because from the onset, from the word go, we begin to see the selectiveness. From where? When I say it in the transition committee. We saw where people working in the past government were part of the transition committee, like the Minister of Labour and Works. Okay? Sandy. He was not called upon in the COI, and he was the Secretary General in the transition committee. We saw a lot of people and way we feel say Gaima and all that way up to now. So that they force the selective fight against corruption starts. And that they will be embarked to fight against corruption. Okay. Yes, the misappropriation this government really is huge, because when they see the press release the way they come up from ACC, we're investigating this and we are recovery and this and that, you know, all this. If you just take the press release where ACC don't do with regards to money the way they fight for recover or whether recover, you don't really know say there is huge misappropriation. You don't really know say the gap of corruption, the system not able to stop or preventing corruption still. Just take a number, you do the calculation since inception, just do the calculation you see. Because for every 2-3 months, you must see SEC pull press release about money where they don't thief, about an investigation, about who they don't arrest. You know, we see all them things them do. So, what make you always say that once the corruption becomes so entrenched and flowing, it affect the human capital development and it affects the economy. Because of that corruption, it affects the economy. I make we see too much of inflows of drug. And there is what I call a narco economy. And if you look at the economy now, international communities, then they look at the economy, say it don't become a narco economy. In other words, we make more money for narcotic activities them for strengthening the economy and for develop with political ambitions them, which they affect we the layman and we the people that we also stand for the layman for the public as an advocate. Me want to talk about self-independence, which now one of the way affects society activists them. Indolo make a very good point about that. Yes, of course. You see, activism not for due, not for guarantee, you say that for leave. Now out of activism for buy hosts, now out of activism for build hosts. Yes, now the local mentality that they about people. But there are other things that what you need for do. For instance, I diversified myself. I have a two registered newspapers in my morning. Okay? It's because of what? I have opened a company. I have my consultancies. So it don't tell you, say, I want to be independent, not to be controlled by government. So when I speak truth to power. I speak on behalf of the people. Me what I know get what you need to do. Who say I get a speciality? Who say I specialize? So I make it speak truth to power. Because this is the consistency we talk about. But here in Sierra Leone, most of we the activists, we rely on for waiting, for being rich in our profession. Say out of this profession, we for build hosts. Out of this profession, now for do this, now for travel. So therefore, you become controlled by an institution where able to give you that opportunity. They say, I will make you build hosts. And once they open that kind of avenue, it's a trap. Once you come inside, you are locked.
All right.
For instance, we see Edmond Abu, they fight for field reduction. A very good national fight. And we also see other civil society activists, then they criticize the man. They even go to the man in personal life. A fight will be say, it will be a concerted fight because it's a public fight about, no matter, me no one know what in Edmond Abu in personal relationship with NPIA or how he be they conduct himself. As long as he take on any fight on a national fight, it behoves us to support them fight the day. Because that's not the agenda of being an advocate, being an activist. That's not the agenda. Come again back to the issues of corruption. How many of we they challenge issues of corruption right now? If you someone the way you call them, go begin tell the time done the interview, you never get nothing from what you want. Because a one will be very economical of the truth, and a one for be very seen as an impressive somebody, they in between, like head of a genus, idea, but that's not so the profession for be. Even the media also, cross-section of the media, not all, you get, has been also compromised.
All right.
So you see, so what you want to say now that let's come together concertedly. Let us look at these issues of corruption where they swim, because corruption is swim. Imagine right now with public debt. Imagine who's the money in the public debt. Salon. And right now the rest all day we talk say that I approve money. When we know they receive them money. And the thing is some people like, let me they come out and tell people the truth. When they don't approve money, there's another stage for letting them disburse. And that disburse day, you get things they want you for meet before they give you the money now. In how many times they don't approve money now, don't receive it? Una future approval now, and the new name that they now. I mean, let me try for the approach issues them with the utmost sensitive nature when the issues then get. Let me try for put sentimentality aside.
All right, thank you.
Today they will tell us una APC. In the last term, that means what I also know, we go up we do what they call a lifeline. They tell us una SPP, machinery is them. During APC term, we let Alpha Amaduba, so Iba Samoa, Indoro. Then tell we say una SPP machinery is them for change of regime. Now, when they are power, now all they talk, they speak truth to power. Then we begin to describe.
Now the normal thing nowadays for politicians. Now that makes you as activists, you as journalists, will be very mindful, very careful like they talk to politicians. Because today, then they for you to man and they sell you. Thank you very much. Ibrahim, sorry, thank you very much, Indolo. And because the program no go do for all talk about everything. The thing them Bokute, it is make a person sick because you pull all thing. But please, we beg. We end the program now, yeah, and want to appreciate you now, like always, for the journey inside the program. Follow we talk. Me myself as I talk so right now, a lot of things and they will not don't begin point to way I still get interest for no. I still get interest for we dig and talk about them. But unfortunately, the time we don't go beyond the time where we actually get na the program this morning. So one for tell you thank you, Indolo. One for tell you thank you, I'm sorry. We appreciate your time with we. And please, when I get to yourself a very good day. And we also want for tell plenty thank you.
You too. Thank you very much. Welcome.
All right, so one for tell thank you to the producer for this program. We bring you this program this morning. And you yourself for watch the program. One for tell plenty thank you. Thank you for your like, your share, and comment. We appreciate you like always. If you're not subscribed, please consider for do so before you go inside. My name is Nasembe, the Freedom Fighter. Until we meet again some other beautiful day. One for say, please get yourself a wonderful, wonderful day.
From Salon we rise, why aren't we to shine? Bringing light, holding truth, we the fight for time. 4 years strong, we stand proud for the people we voice, we love. But in the office is corruption, they